All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Dre and Jay. Today we are going to be talking about something very head scratching. Um, are the
Bro, get it
Dallas
over
Cow
with, bro. We talking
are
about the
the
Eagles, bro. Yeah, the Cowboys, bro. Let's go.
yeah, we definitely
Go
not
ahead.
talking about the
Do
Eagles.
the intro, bro.
There will be like
Go
zero
do the
views
intro,
on this
bro.
video.
Bro, do the
So
intro, bro. We talking
so
about them stinking Cowboys.
So the Dallas Cowboys for real. It looks like Dre is on a leash and he has a lot to say. So I'm gonna go
Yeah,
ahead and
let's
let
get it
him
over
take
with.
the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and let him
You know
take
that
the
the
floor.
running back hurt, right?
Ezekiel
You
Elliott.
know the running back hurt. The running back is hurt, and they literally don't have a win if he's not having a good game. So I don't know what they're gonna do for the rest of the season.
Tony Pollard can hold it down. Let's not act like Tony Pollard's a scrub. Come on now, Dre. Tony Pollard ain't no scrub.
I mean, when Zeke runs it up the middle and then they get the outside zone runs with Tony Pollard, yeah, he's good, but you're gonna give him all of Zeke's workload, really?
Yeah,
Really?
let him have it. He's in a contract year. Make him prove it.
Tony Pollard is like 210. Zeke is like 230, bruh. They need
So
both. They need a combination of both. They need a combination
I
of
mean,
both,
of course
bruh.
they need a combination of both, but I'm just saying if Zeke were to miss an extended period of time with his knee injury, I don't see why Tony Pollard can't hold it down. And it's not even that serious of an injury. He'd be out probably 2 weeks at best. But I mean, obviously,
That's 2 weeks that Dakota can't afford.
this man said Dakota. This man really said his first name.
That's brand name. Fuck. My bad. My bad. That's two games that they can't afford, bruh. But
All right,
basically, what Wills wanted to ask is, are are
the
the
Dallas Cowboys for
Cowboys
real.
a serious contender or are they frauds, bruh? You already know my answer. This is their
Yeah, they're
this is
real.
their schedule so far in 2021. Week one against the Bucks. That game, bruh, I'm gonna let them slide. They're going against the Super Bowl,
The defending
um
champs.
the defending champs, the Buccaneers, at Tampa. That coming back from an ankle injury. He broke his ankle last year. And he didn't play bad. He had 400 yards, three touchdowns, one interception, and
Mm-hmm.
they tried to hang on, bruh. But like I said about that defense, I don't believe in their defense. Their defense doesn't come to play when they play serious offenses. And as we all know, for the past couple years, the teams that have made it to the Super Bowl, their defenses are very stingy and only allow up to like 20 points. Bro, the Cowboys are getting blown out by serious teams. Look at the
If
next game.
if I hold on, if I remember correctly, Tom Brady threw two interceptions in that game. So does that
Okay,
not good? Is
okay,
that not good
okay,
defensive play?
okay. The man put up 31 points.
Okay, and Dallas put up 29.
Yeah, but bro, I'm not blaming him for that loss. Feel me? Like Dak just came back, and he could have probably scored more if he would have got protected more. But it is
I
what
don't
it
I
is,
don't
and they
like
didn't
I
even try
don't
to. They
I
didn't try
don't
to run the football
I
that
don't
game.
like that. I mean, they couldn't. Tampa Bay had the best rush defense in the league at that time, but I don't like that whole argument that their defense doesn't come to play. I mean, they just their defense only doesn't look that good because they're losing the games. I mean, you can't expect the defense to do everything. It's the
I have a
offensive job to
question.
put up the points.
I got a question, bro. Miles Sanders, as I always love to boast this, Miles Sanders averaged 5 yards a pop on that same defense that you're talking about, the Bucks defense. You telling me Zeke couldn't get me 6 yards a pop consistently, wearing down that defense, bro?
The
JPP
Buccaneers
only got like
defense,
6 fingers, bro,
the
running on his
Buccaneers,
side.
the Buccaneers
Force him to
defense is
tackle.
the Buccaneers defense is not rush defense was not as good when they played y'all as when they played the Cowboys. They were literally allowing like 2 or 3 yards a carry when they were playing the Cowboys.
That
So I
was week
mean,
one. That was week one, and we played them what
exactly.
week? We
You
played them
guys
like week
played them what,
5.
like week 5?
Wow, 4 weeks, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, that team, that team is really not that good. They have great receivers, and I've always said it. I love CD. I love Amari Cooper and Gallup. That receiving core, they have one of the best receiving cores in the league. But
Michael
the
Gallup.
defense is suspect. The defense is suspect, and we saw what 34-year-old Deshaun Jackson did to Anthony Brown, their second string corner, on Thanksgiving, bruh. That tells you everything you need to know about that defense
So
with Derek Carr
Trayvon,
as
so
well.
Trayvon Diggs has 8 interceptions on the season. Um,
Yeah, but he's just like X, where he gets bombed too. Just like how he can get his pick, bro, he'll give up a touchdown the next drive.
I mean, what corner doesn't give up a touchdown though? You
J.C.
make it
Jackson,
seem you make it seem like he's supposed to be perfect every single drive.
Jalen
But
Ramsey.
let's not act like this defense is trash. Look at what's his name? Michael Parsons. That guy is killing it. They're putting him on the D line at times. Even though he's a linebacker, the man's killing it. I don't understand how you could say that this defense doesn't at least look pretty good. I'm not saying that they're an elite defense, but you're making it almost seem like their defense isn't anything special, and I just don't really think that's the case. I feel like
I
just
can't
because they're
believe you
losing,
buying it. Let,
I feel
let me
like I
continue,
feel
guys.
I feel like just because they're losing the games, you're making it look like their defense is bad, and I just don't think that's a
Let me
fair take.
continue. Let me continue. They actually played well. I'd have to go back and watch that game, but they played okay against the Chargers. Herbert went 31 of 41,
That was an iffy game.
338 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions. So they forced Herbert into mistakes, and they forced him to turn over the ball twice. Eckler had 54 rushing yards. Um, Justin Jackson had 21. So they really couldn't run the ball against them. And then let's see next game, Eagles.
Mm, the
We put up
embarrassment.
21 points. We put up 21 points, but most of those were in garbage time, so I'm not even gonna go there. They played a good game. They gave up 28 points to, I believe, Sam Darnold. 300 yards, two touchdowns, two interceptions. Sam Darnold, really? But they won that game. Dak played better than Sam Darnold. Whoop de doo. You're looking at me like I'm a hater right now.
You're
Next
a
game.
hater, bro. You're a freaking
Next
hater.
game, bruh. They gave up 29 points to Dink and Dunk Mac Jones. Mac Jones, 229 yards, two touchdowns, and an interception. And they let Damian Harris, that run defense, Michael Parsons, they gave up 101 yards to Damian Harris.
To Damian Harris by himself.
Yes. The man averaged 5.6 on the ground, man. He ran it down their throat. And somehow they made it out that game alive, bruh. I don't know how. And then look, bruh.
That's
And then look,
exactly
bruh.
what I was trying to.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite game. This is my favorite game of the season, bruh. This is my favorite game of the season by these guys, bruh. Broncos, bruh. The Denver Broncos.
I don't want to talk about that one.
Yeah, bruh. And then the boys, because they were so salty over that loss to the Broncos, bruh, they took it out on the Falcons and then had y'all niggas believing again that they were that team. And then and then and then the Chiefs, nobody respects the Chiefs defense. And all that could give me is 9 points, bruh. And everybody would say, oh well, he didn't have Amari, he didn't have Amari. He had CD and he
CD
had
got
his
injured,
running
and
back.
CD Lamb got injured in that game, and
And what
and
quarter, like the third? The third?
I think like he didn't play the whole second half, and he I think
Bruh,
he had one of the offensive linemen missing. But at the end of the
Nobody
day, there's no
Nobody
excuses.
respects the
You
Chiefs.
gotta get
Nobody
it done.
respects the Chiefs defense, bro. You have your running back, bro. Get me more than 9 points. I
The
don't care.
Chiefs, if the Chiefs, I watched that game. The Chiefs had an excellent game plan. They pretty much said, Dak, we know that you don't have your guys. We're gonna force you to get the ball out quick, and if you don't, we're gonna hit you. And it worked. They had an excellent game plan for the Cowboys.
And
They
this is
couldn't
the
move the
team.
ball at all.
And this is the team that people think are contenders in the NFC. It's crazy, bro. The Eagles are more of a threat. It's the Eagles you don't want to see in the playoffs. We have a running
Here
game.
we go.
We have a D line,
The Eagles
and
fan
and we have one of
popping
the
up
best
again.
corners in the league. Who's legit? He doesn't really need it. He doesn't really need the defensive touchdowns and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's great, but he's keying guys, taking your
Leave
best
it, leave,
guy and shutting them out the game, bruh. Stephon Diggs, yeah, he'll get his interception, but the next play, the man getting blurred. So I
leave
don't
it to Dre.
understand,
Leave it to Dre to make it from a Cowboys video to an Eagles video.
bruh. I just don't understand where this whole contender thing is coming from, bruh. And the boys, they don't even have their own division secured.
Hey
That's
Dre,
that's your contender.
Dre,
The
hey
Bucks have
Dre.
their division
Wait, hold on.
secured.
Hey Dre, let me ask you a question. In that Chiefs game, where in that you already know
I
what
know
I'm
what he's
gonna
about to
say.
say.
In
Man,
that
tripping.
Chiefs game, where Tyreek Hill had 11 catches for 186 yards. Don't tell me it was Darius Slay covering him. Who was covering him in that game, bruh? Let me know.
Bruh, take the floor, bruh.
Nah, ain't no take the fall, bruh. I want to know who was
Bruh.
covering, bruh.
So Jalen Ramsey is automatically a fool because DK had his way with him.
Nah, bruh. Answer the question,
So so
bruh.
so th- so 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 Jalen Ramsey got torched by DK, and all of a sudden, bruh, he's a fold.
Nah,
Give
I didn't
the
say
man had
that.
one bad game, bruh. The
I'm
man
just
had one
asking a,
bad game, bruh.
I'm just asking a question.
And you have to remember, the Eagles were playing this some sort of weird prevent defense for like the first 8 weeks, bruh. I
And
couldn't understand it. I
and
couldn't understand it, but now we're playing more aggressive.
against against the Chargers, Keenan Allen had 12 catches for 104 yards. Don't tell me it
That
was
wasn't.
Darius Slay.
I don't think that was Darius Slade. Nah, because Darius Slade is graded like the second best corner behind Jalen this year. So I don't know what you're talking about. That might have been Maddox because
If
Maddox
all the
was
other
getting routed. Maddox was getting routed
if all the other corners
the first
died,
half of the season.
if all the other corners died, man, this man
That,
floated.
you're not
This
funny, man.
man,
You're not
this man
funny.
ain't the number two
You're not
ranked
funny.
corner, bruh.
You're not funny.
The man getting blurred, bruh.
No. Oh, so because Tyreek Hill and Keenan Allen went off, that's all
Yeah,
Darius Slade's
those
fault.
yeah. So it shows that he's only keying guys. Well, I mean, I didn't
How
watch the
many,
game, so
how many,
maybe
tou-
he
how many
wasn't.
touchdowns has he allowed this season?
I'm
And
not
and
really
how many
sure.
how many catches has? All right, then, bro.
I mean, like I said, I was gonna say I didn't see those games, so I don't even know if
You were.
Darius Slay.
I'm telling you what happened, bro. We were playing this weird prevent zone defense that was so stupid, bro. Like, and guys,
Why
bro,
why
any.
were they playing that? Because they were afraid of the team going deep on them. They didn't trust Darius Slay in
I ain't gonna lie,
coverage.
bro. I
That's what you're
wouldn't
telling me.
after the season bro had last year. I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him 1-on-1 with the number one guy either, bro. But it looks like he's redeeming himself.
Yeah. Anyway, so upon your how do you think the Cowboys looked versus the Raiders on Thanksgiving?
It's weird. They gave me flashes of greatness, which I mean, you should be great against a team like the Raiders. Like
Mhm.
the Raiders are damn near about to. I think they might lose out the rest of the season, and they're not
Mm.
making the playoffs. But the Cowboys just look bad, bro. Like you're telling me you have Ezekiel Elliott and you have Dak Prescott and you can't move the football, bro. I don't care who's that receiver, bro. Get it done.
Mm.
And that defense, bro. The defense, I don't know what y'all see in that defense. Like, what do you see in that defense?
They have a pretty solid
Derek
defense. I
Carr
don't
was having his
understand.
way, bro. Derek Carr was having his way, and he doesn't have his weapons.
He does have it. He has his top weapon. What are you talking, Waller?
Nah, bro, the man
I
lost.
mean,
The man
Waller
lost
did
his.
get injured. Waller did get injured during that game, though. So
Yeah, and that other stupid kid,
Henry
Henry Ruggs,
Ruggs.
bruh, kill somebody with his whip. Red man folded. But anyways, he didn't have him. All he had was Hunter Renfro basically,
I'll be
and
honest. There's no excuse.
the
I'll be
man,
honest.
the
I
boy
think I
got
told
cooked
you
by Hunter
this.
Renfro, bruh.
I
And
think
that's
I,
the
I
defense that you're telling me that's contenders.
I think I told you that the Cowboys not having Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb is pretty much equal to what the
Yeah, it's
Raiders
pretty
had on
close to it.
offense.
Yeah,
So at the end of the day,
no Waller,
it's
no
up to the
Waller, no Ruggs.
so it's pretty much up to the team, both teams, to just get it done. You either do or you don't. So there's no excuse. They have to win that game.
And we
I
could
think
all agree,
that's
man. You'll take Zeke over Josh Jacobs any day.
of course.
I'm sure I would. So I don't
I'll take Kenny
understand.
Drake over Josh Jacobs.
Bro, take the four, bro. I just don't understand. I
That'd be
just
fun.
don't understand. People can't explain to me how the Cowboys lost that game.
There's no excuse. They have to win that game. There's
Like
literally no excuse.
you're a so-called contender. Win the games you're supposed to. Because that's what the Dallas Cowboys. That's where they always trick y'all. They win the games they're supposed to, and then fold against the good teams. So
I'll
I'm
give you
thinking,
that.
all right. I'm thinking that, all right, bro. So what if they beat the Raiders, bro? I could still call them frauds because they haven't really beaten anybody that I think are comparable, except for the Chargers and the Eagles. Those are the most impressive wins.
So do you
And
think
I'll give them Patriots. I'll give them Patriots too. But other than that, bro, I haven't really seen what they've done this year.
so? The Cowboys next week travel to New Orleans to play in the Dome on Thursday Night Football. Do you think the Saints will make that a very competitive game?
No,
Hopefully, they have
actually,
Alvin Kamara
I think
back and Mark Ingram.
the Cowboys win that game. Amari
Mm.
Cooper should be coming back from the COVID list.
CD Lamb should probably
What's
be
the
back too
Yeah,
by
that's gonna
then.
be an
By then, at
all out
least.
air. It's gonna be an all out air raid, bro. I just hope that they could. that- Tony Pollard could give them 50 yards on the ground, 60 yards on the ground. Um, maybe use him in the passing game. It's gonna be an air out.
So let me ask you
All out.
this. So let me ask you this: the Cowboys have the Saints coming up, the Washington Football Team twice, the Giants. So what you're telling me is, and I'm just asking this question. I'm not saying yes or no. Let's say they win the next 4 games against those teams. You're pretty much still saying in your mind, bro, those are false. Those are true lies and false facts. They're gonna be, if they win the next 4 games, they would be 11-4, but they still really haven't beaten those teams that are great. So you pretty much still look
Yeah,
at it as
sort of like the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns last year, didn't the Cleveland Browns win 11 games last year?
mm-hmm.
And I said it week after week. Okay, they beat that team. They beat that team. Where's the and then they finally beat the Steelers in the playoffs, and I was like, oh, that's their most impressive win of the season. It came in the playoffs. They didn't really do anything. That's why the Cleveland Browns, they kind of stuck into the playoffs because we didn't really see it coming. They beat who they had to beat with their running game and the defense. That's sort of like how I see the Cowboys, except they're not running the ball. I don't understand why, but they're not running the ball and Zeke is hurt, bro. I don't see how they go far in the playoffs. They're a first round exit at best.
So I know this is a little bit too far into the schedule, but week 17 is going to be Cardinals visiting Dallas at AT&T Stadium. Um, do you think, let's say the Cowboys were to win that game against arguably the best team in the NFL, one of the best teams in the NFL right now, would you still not be convinced that the Cowboys could at least maybe get to the second round of the playoffs? Would you still not be convinced if they were to go on and beat, which most people probably think is the best team in the NFL right now, in the Cardinals? What would, do you think that game would literally give you any indication that, hey, you know what, maybe they might be for real, or you're still on that whole, oh, I'll believe it when I see it train?
When's the last time Dallas won in the first round? I'm asking you a question. When's the last time Dallas won in the first round?
Didn't they win in the first round versus the Seahawks a couple years back? I think wasn't it 2016? Didn't they make it past the first round?
And we're in 2021. And before that, they haven't won a first round game. And I think before that, it was 20 years from then. So I don't understand what you're asking me. So what they beat the Cardinals. If they beat the Cardinals,
I'm tripping.
I'll be the first to say, I'll go ghost. I'll disappear for a couple weeks. And I'll be
I
back
think I
again.
made I think I
I'll be
made a
back again.
mistake on my I think I made a slight mistake on what I was just saying. So in
They beat the
2016,
Seahawks.
in
They beat the
2016,
Seahawks.
so I think what I'm talking about is let's see. What year am I looking at? What
They
year
have
did they beat the Seahawks? Am I looking at the wrong year?
I think you're right, bro.
Are you sure?
Last Cowboys playoff win, 2018. They beat the Seahawks in the wild card. So that was 3 years ago.
Okay, so okay. Oh, yeah, so I was right. So they played the Seahawks and then they lost to the Rams. We know about that. So yeah. Yeah, that is a long time, as you said. Um if I 2 weeks back I was very convinced that when we made the video, I remember we made a video like 2 weeks back and we were saying pretenders and contenders, and I had the Cowboys as one of my contenders, even though we know how this story goes. Um I will say I feel like if they beat the Cardinals, we can kind of put them back on the map. But I will say that these next four teams that they play, the Washington football team twice, which the Washington football team is not going to be a pushover because they've actually been playing teams
Washington's
pretty well
gonna
this
win
year.
one. I actually believe they play a game at Meadowlands in New York. They could possibly lose that game too.
Yeah. What? You think the
With the
Giants are going
healthy
to beat the
Saquon,
Cowboys?
with the
Bruh,
healthy
stop.
Saquon, with the healthy
Dre,
Saquon, bro.
Dre, that defense cannot stop the Cowboys offense. You sound now that's the Eagles fan and you coming out talking trying to be biased now. You
But
know damn well
The Raiders defense stopped them. Fuck.
that's blasphemy right there. This man
The
actually
Raiders
said the
defense stopped them. The
Giants.
Raiders defense
This man said the Giants
stopped them.
are the
The
rated.
Chiefs defense stopped them.
Okay, are all those defenses not better than the Giants? Oh, the Giants are an elite defense now. Let me know, bruh. They got a defensive player of the year
This
on
is
their
how I
team.
put defenses in categories in the
Sound
NFL.
crazy, bruh.
It's either you stingy or you not. If you're not, bro, you're basically dog food to me, bro. I don't care.
So so the Giants are stingy to you?
They're not. But I'm just saying, like,
So
I put the Chiefs defense. I put the Chiefs defense with the rest of those sorry ass defenses, bro. The only
so why
difference is
would you
that
so
they
why
have
would
Pat
you
Mahomes that can outscore you.
so why would they put that so why would the Giants have any chance to even beat the Cowboys?
I don't know, bro. Maybe Danny Dimes
You
probably
sound
won't. Maybe
crazy.
he'll feel himself. He'll feel himself
Bruh,
that weakness.
bruh, you gonna get our channel shut
And
down
they're a dome team. They're a
for
dome team,
nonsense,
bruh.
bruh.
They're a dome team going up north, bruh. Who knows?
Here we go with this. Bro, they're not losing to the Giants, bruh. You just
Can we
talking
please hop on the podcast,
you
bruh?
just
The game
you
clock to
talking
0.
out
Now
your
hop on
New
the
York, you
podcast, bruh.
talking out your you know what right now, bruh.
Bruh,
And
hop
I
on the
can't say
podcast, bruh.
you sound crazy, bruh.
It's a
They're not
divisional
losing
game.
to the
It's a
Giants.
divisional game in New York.
Bruh,
Them
you
boys
gonna make me
scolded,
say
bruh.
some bruh, you gonna make me say some things I don't want to say,
Say
bruh.
it, bruh.
You
Say
sound
it.
crazy. You trying to hide your laugh so bad, bruh.
Bruh, the
You know
Cowboys
damn
aren't
well
good. The Cowboys aren't good.
the Giants really.
Bruh, the Cowboys aren't good, bruh.
Bruh, let us know in the comment section how crazy Dre is, bruh. This man sound
Bruh.
ridiculous right now. And you trying so hard to keep a straight face. So you're telling me, Mr. Eagles fan, that the Giants could go up to New York and possibly lose, but yet the Eagles are gonna steamroll the Giants when they play them, right?
We have a team better fit to beat the Giants. Run it down their throat. Are the Cowboys committed to the run? Yes or no?
Nah, they
Are the
haven't
Cowboys
for some.
okay,
I
bro?
don't know
That's all I want
why.
to hear. That's all I want to know. That's
Who,
all I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's it. That's it.
bruh,
That's it.
who,
That's it.
bro? They
Podcast
have
over.
a better run. They have a
Podcast
better
over.
running game. They have a better running
Are
game than the
they committed
Eagles.
to the run? Yes or no?
For some reason, I don't know why they haven't been.
All right, man.
But they
All
can
right,
they can
man.
run the ball better than the Eagles, bruh. Stop, bruh.
Why don't they
Stop,
do it? Why
bruh.
don't they do it? Why don't they do it?
I don't. I don't know why didn't the Eagles why did the
We're
Eagles
doing it
just
now,
not
bro. We're
decide
doing
they
it
want to
now.
run the
We're winning
ball?
football games, bro. We're doing it now. We're winning football games. I want to hear it,
Bruh,
man.
this man is so hyped up on the Eagles, bruh. The Eagles are
Man. Run the
trash.
football. Run the football.
Bruh, the Eagles are
Feed
booty, bruh.
Zeke. Feed the beast.
Y'all might struggle to beat the Giants tomorrow.
Oh
And I
yeah,
have Miles Sanders, so I hope that doesn't happen. I have Miles Sanders on my fantasy team.
bro. The
Shockingly.
Eagles might.
But
The Eagles might combine for 50 rushing yards in that game, bro. Stop playing, bro.
with Jalen Hurts having 230 of them.
A win is a win, right?
The man a running back, bruh.
Yeah.
Y'all trying to
A real
disguise
good
him as
one.
a
A
QB.
really good one. A really good one.
Not bad for a running back, man.
They said the same about they said the same about Lamar. Now he basically leads the NFL
Jalen Hurts
QB
ain't no
sack.
Lamar Jackson. Stop that mess. They not
I
even,
don't
bruh.
know,
They don't,
man.
bruh. They not even. They can't even share the same football team, bruh. This man, I mean, the same football field, bruh. Jalen Hurts is Lamar Jackson. Let me know, bruh. He's,
Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
bruh, stop, bruh.
Leave that to the
This
critics.
man wanted this. You're so hyped up on the Eagles. The Cowboys are better, and the Cowboy, bro. We could make for those of you that don't know, this man is a diehard Eagles fan, and he supposedly thinks that the Cowboys are gonna lose to the Eagles, and the Eagles are gonna win the division on week 18. We could make a bet
At
on
home,
live.
at home, at home.
We can make. Let's make a bet right now on Dre and Jay right now. $50 that the Eagles lose that game.
I don't trust Vegas, bro. I'm gonna take the full.
Ah, come on. You don't have confidence in your team, bruh.
I'm not putting money on my team, bro. That's just one of my things that I don't do, bro. I'll bet on other people's team, but I'm not betting on mine, bro. I'm not jinxing that, bro. No, I'm dead
Dang,
ass.
Dre.
I'm dead ass, bro. I got a thing. I got a thing.
I thought Dre was gonna be bold enough
I'll
to
bet
do
you
that
on
one.
other divisions. I'll bet you on other divisions. I'm not playing with my team, bro. I need my team to
E-
pull this one out, bro. If
I
I say
think
they
the
gonna win, they gonna
Cowboys
win, bro.
I think the Cowboys' biggest key to success is they like you said, they gotta get back to pounding the football. I mean, obviously you got all those offensive
Nah,
weapons
bro.
and you
Nah,
want to
bro.
use
They
those
paid that.
toys.
How much they paid, bro? How much bro getting paid this year?
Who?
They trying to get their money's worth, bro. They trying to throw the ball 50, 60 times a game, bro. That was tripping.
Well, I get, like I said, like I was gonna say, I get that you have those fancy toys on offense, one of the best receiving cores in the game, if you
I
ask
use
me.
them too.
So
I
I
use
mean,
them
I
too.
would use them too, but still, you got one of the best 1-2 punches in the running back room. Run the football. They got to get back to the basics. Run the football, and I'm not gonna. You can't make excuses about injuries because every team has injuries. You still got to be able to get it done, but is if Dallas's offense can get back to what they were doing in the first couple weeks of the season, look out, man. I think the Dallas Cowboys still make the playoffs. Will
Of
they
course
get
they're gonna
past
make
the
the
first?
playoffs.
Will this? Will they still make? Will they get past the first round? I mean, that's yet to be seen because we don't know who they'd possibly be playing yet. But
One
they
thing
got
is
it.
facts, bro. They're making the playoffs, bro. We're making the playoffs too. I just want to see who gonna be the division. I want the division championship, bro. I don't mind being a wild card. I don't
Bro,
mind being a wild card, but it'll
The
be a bitter.
Eagles.
It'll be bittersweet to win the division,
Can
bro.
somebody in the comments please tell Dre that the Eagles
We
are
are
not
a half
going to the
game. We
playoffs?
are a half game behind the seventh seed, bruh. Stop it. I even told you that, bruh. I said if we win and one of those other teams loses, bruh, we have the tiebreaker over New Orleans. We have the tiebreaker over the Panthers. And where did the standings put us, Jamari Williams?
Can
I
can
told you.
somebody
I
please
told you. I
explain to
told
this
you.
guy?
I told you.
Can
I
somebody
told you how the
please explain
tiebreaker
to?
work. I told this man how the tiebreaker work. You like, nah, bro, that's
Oh
not
my
how it works, bro.
gosh,
You guys are still gonna be number 9. And where did they put us? Right at number 8, bro. Stop playing, bro.
bro, y'all are not making the playoffs. Y'all are trash. What don't you under, Brett? Get it in your skull, bruh. I don't know why is that so.
Yeah, bro. Kit brought the podcast, bro. I'm tired of this man. Kit brought the podcast. This man tripping. Man tripping, bro. The the Eagles literally are 5-6, tied with 3 other teams. And what team is ahead of us? Let's
I
see.
folded. I closed out my
Oh, I
browser by
kept
mistake.
talking, bro. I kept talking. I said, bro, thank God, bro, got kicked off the podcast. Dead ass, bro. No cap, bro.
Bro,
No
the
cap,
Eagles are
bro.
not making the playoffs, bro. Get over it.
The only
I
team
can't.
ahead of us is San Francisco. They have a tiebreaker, but if they
San
lose
Francisco,
and
yeah,
we
San
win, they're
Francisco are
six
not.
and six, and
So
they're
you're
five and
so
six.
so what you're telling me is you have to depend on another team to lose in order for you to get in, bro. Listen to how that sounds,
Hey,
bro.
hey, hey, YouTube,
You're
YouTube.
not getting into the
So
playoffs.
YouTube. Basically, what he's saying is that I'm crazy for thinking that the Vikings are gonna do their job and beat the 49ers, which I think they will. And
Aaliyah,
then,
tell Dre he sound ridiculous,
and
please.
then, and then, and then they have to play a divisional game against the Seahawks. I have no confidence in the Seahawks whatsoever, but that's fine.
Oh my gosh.
The Bengals 6-4. You think the Bengals have enough firepower to beat the 49ers? You would think so, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
this man really turned it
Falcons.
into an Eagles video. Bro, the
Falcons.
Eagles suck.
Falcons. They got the Falcons. They got the Falcons on the 19th. I think they'll beat the Falcons. The Titans. Oh my God, they look crazy. I don't know. That game could go either way.
AJ Brown just went on IR.
Uh,
That team
I
is
was really counting on the Titans to
that
beat them
team
in
is
week.
looking crazy
I
right
was
now.
really counting on. I was really counting on the Titans to beat them week
Bro, the
16, but
Titans might not
you
even.
can't. You can't trust. You can't trust. You can't trust Ryan Tannehill, bro. You can't trust, bro.
She said he will die
Yeah,
on that hill.
yeah.
Bro, you guys could literally lose the Eagles. You you guys could literally lose that week 18 game, and you finna be sitting on here like, bro, all we need is 5 different teams to lose. I can
Boy, are you
see it
dumb,
right
bro?
now,
Are you
bro.
dumb?
I
I
can
just
see it
gave,
right.
bro. The only
I'm
team
just
ahead of
saying.
us, I just gave them 3 more losses to win, bro, and we're winning out. We're only a half game behind, and I have them losing 3 more games and us going 3-1, bro. Do the math, bro.
Dre,
Sound
but you
dumb,
have to
bro.
understand, Dre, tiebreakers only work if you're tied with that team.
We're not gonna be tied.
Those teams can still finish it ahead of you. That's what
No,
I'm
they're
trying to
not.
get you to
No, they're not.
understand.
No, they're not. And I'm telling you that they're not.
Bruh, let the world
If
know how
the
you
if
feel,
the
bruh.
bruh, if the good team, bruh, if the Vikings are serious about making the playoffs, bruh, and they want that 6th seed, bruh, they'll do their job, bruh. That's all I'm saying. Man, tripping, bruh. Stop putting me on. Man,
Bruh,
tripping,
bruh, let the world know how you feel, bruh.
bruh. Take the forward, bruh.
Oh my gosh. But back to
If
the
the
Cowboys
Vikings
though.
know what's good for them, bruh, and they want to
Oh my
hang on to that
gosh.
6th seed, bruh, they'll do their job.
Nah, Dre, nah, I'm a Dolphins fan, but Dre is like an Eagles fan, a Dolphins fan. I thought he was a Titans fan at some point.
Bro, Titans
Now,
suck, bruh.
now, now,
I only like Chris Johnson, bro. Take the forward, bruh.
now it looks like
Take
he's
the
gonna be a
forward, bruh.
fan. Now it looks like he's gonna be a fan of every team that plays the Cowboys the
Bro,
next
take
couple
the
of
forward, bruh.
weeks.
Take the forward, bruh.
So
Take
we'll
the
see. We'll see what happens. But so let's end this conversation here. So will the Cowboys make the playoffs?
Yeah, they're
Will
gonna
they?
make the playoffs. they're gonna make the playoffs, but they're
Will,
not gonna be a threat in the playoffs.
will so
That's the question.
will they get into the playoffs with a lot of momentum, or will they slip in just because they beat up on all those trash teams, and then the good teams that they have left on the schedule they still fold against them? So, do you think they'll steamroll into the playoffs, or they'll just slip in just
Bro,
because
they're
they
good
had
enough.
a good enough record?
They're a good enough. They're a good enough team to make it to the playoffs, but I'm not taking them over the Arizona Cardinals in the playoffs. I'm not taking them over the Green Bay Packers. I'm not taking them over the Bucks, and I'm not taking them over the Rams.
Oh, so what you're saying?
Minnesota might beat them in a wild card game if it came down to it.
So based on that logic, what you're saying is if the Eagles make the playoffs, they're getting destroyed in the first round anyway, right or wrong? Based on what you just said, because you're not beating any of those teams. Keep it on it. Are y'all beating any of those teams you just named? Keep it 100, Dre. Keep it 100,
Nah,
bruh.
I just want to make the playoffs. I just want to make the playoffs, bro. Just to say we did it, bro. Next year we'll get our pieces on defense with all them. We got 3 first-round draft picks, bro, because it looked like Carson Wentz is healthy.
Let me ask you this:
And we'll
has
build off of
Dak?
that. We'll build off of that.
Let me ask you this: has Dak Prescott played as well as you thought he would play this year? Has he exceeded your expectations? Are you disappointed, or are you disappointed that he hasn't really looked that spectacular when it comes to playing those upper echelon teams? Like, what do you think? What is Dak Prescott's season looking like? Because at the
I
beginning of the
said it since
season, I guess you
I've
could
said it
say,
since day one. That guy's a baller, bro. But every quarterback needs a running game, bro. I don't care who you are, bro. You could be Dan Marino, bro. Well, let me not say that because Dan Marino did it. Nobody knows who his running backs were, but I'm just saying, like, you have Zeke, you need a running game in the NFL, bro, to control the momentum of the game, bro. You can't just keep putting the ball in the air, bro. No DB is just gonna let you have his way with him all game. Eventually, he's gonna try to figure you out and he's gonna shut it down. He's played well. It's just a coaching. It's their fault. They don't run the football enough, and I honestly don't think that they're that good on defense, but that's debate that for another day. But he's done enough to win them games, in my opinion.
okay, so it looks like we're running into another situation where the Cowboys are very hot in the middle of the season and then they kind of fall flat. So we'll definitely have to continue to monitor this.
It happens
I
every
feel
year.
I feel like I've kind of covered everything I wanted to mention. Is there anything else you want to add that is
Nah, that's
non-Eagle
it.
related?
Nah, that's it, man.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Sing the theme
Fly,
song for the
Eagles,
Eagles.
fly. On the road to victory. Let me go.
This man knows the rest of the
Fly,
song. I'm dead.
Eagles,
All right, but
fly.
we'll go ahead and wrap up the video here. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that the Dallas Cowboys are for real? Will they
Nope.
steamroll their way into the playoffs and get to maybe even the Super Bowl, or will they
Nope.
barely make it to the playoffs and be a
Nope.
first round exit? Let us know
Nope.
what you guys think.
Nope.
And we'll go ahead and look at your comments and we'll respond to every single one of them. Make sure you guys like or dislike the video if you didn't like the video, and go ahead and share it with a friend if you did like the video, and make sure that you're subscribed so that you can stay up to date when we drop every single video. And we'll go ahead and see you guys later.